Alright everybody, it's me again, the Theatric, this black thick. And I'm a huge fan of George Carlin. He's one of my favorite comedians. This video just happened to be in my YouTube feed, and I've seen a lot of his stand-up, but I don't think I've ever seen this bit before. So I figured, since I'm sort of on a roll tonight, and by that I don't mean I'm doing well, I just mean that, I've been watching a lot of videos sort of back to back. So I just figured I would do a reaction to this one. It's called George Carlin Words. So I am interested in seeing what he has, because George Carlin, what I've noticed is that he's a very see, I'm not like him. I'm not good with words. He is quite the wordsmith, and I've noticed that a lot of his bits are very heavily constructed. They're very well constructed in terms of his word choices and how he constructs the sentences and the structure of his routines. So this is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I heard my phone go off in the last video, so I think I'm going to turn it down so it doesn't go off again. But anyway, we're going to react to George Carlin Words, and I'm sure it's going to be funny, so let's watch it.
Now it's time for George.
Is that Phil Lynott? He's happy. Man, he was skinny. He's probably like 20 years older than me.
Just wanted to share a few words with you that amuse me, and combinations of words like,
looks like a
hot water heater. Huh? Like to buy a hot water heater. What on earth for? Hot water doesn't need to be heated.
He looks like a performance artist and a college professor.
Cold water heater. Or a hot water cooler. Occasional irregularity. What other kind can there be? If it were frequent, it would be regularity.
Regularity.
We got things like jumbo shrimp. I stare at that a long time on the menu. Jumbo shrimp. Well, what is it? Is it a large shrimp or is it a little jumbo? Those words don't even go together. It's like military intelligence. How did they ever get those?
It's an oxymoron. This is when he started going bald, so let's get a glimpse into my future.
Business ethics. We're discussing business ethics. No wonder we couldn't hear anything. Or plastic glass. Love that. Would you get me a plastic glass? Flammable, inflammable, and non-inflammable. Why are there three words for that? Doesn't it seem to you as though two words ought to be able to handle that concept?
Unnecessary
I mean,
sentiments.
either the thing flams or it doesn't flam. Flammable is what it says on the side of the truck, as if you're going to get out of your car at 60 miles an hour and smoke on his truck. Why do you see the sign?
Who smokes like that?
Flammable is on the truck for only one reason, just in case. Just in case you should be spinning out of control at 70 miles an hour. You'll know what's about to happen. Gives you a chance to prepare. Put out the cigarettes, hey! I'll bet you've had words you'd like to change, or things you'd like to add to the language, things that could be easier. Arthritis should be arthrongus. I think we should have cheese fondant for people who don't like cheese fondue.
I'm not fond of that.
Should be your green.
Don't claim ownership of my headaches.
Hernia ought to be hisnia.
It's all inclusive.
Hysterectomy ought to be herderectomy.
His story, her story.
Tennis is a word I would change. Tennis seems a dumb name for that game. I mean, it would be a fine name if 10 people played. Sure, but what is it? It's two-us. Occasionally a little mixed force.
Double cross.
Now, basketball, that's tennis. Some of you had calculators, I know. The airline has added a lot. The airlines have added a lot of words to the language, one of them being deplane. I've never deboated, I've never debussed. I've, by God, deplane.
I've never heard that term.
Deplaning through the forward door.
I've heard on board.
I'm already on deplane. That is what they tell you. They tell you, get on the plane, get on the plane, get on. I'm getting in the plane. Let Evel Knievel get on the plane.
Or Tom Cruise.
Down at the airport, they're always talking about your gate. Go to your gate. Go to your gate. Where's the gate? I can't find any gates. There are no gates in the airport. I got everything else. I missed 3 planes looking for a gate. Then they tell you they have something called a non-stop flight.
It's a nightmare.
I insist that my flight stop. Preferably right at the end. That's when they tell you you'll be landing shortly. Does that mean we're going to miss the runway, honey? They tell you not to get up from your seat until they've come to a complete stop, not a partial stop. Because when they partially stop is when you partially get up, right?
Yep.
And they have the nerve at the airlines to tell us that when one of those planes almost hits another one, they call it a near miss. That was a near hit, man. I saw that.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't the funniest thing he's ever done, but yeah, he was just one of the most intelligent comedic legends that ever were. And I wish that I had even an ounce of the talent that man had. Not just in constructing his bits, which you could tell he really spent a lot of time figuring out what he wanted to say and writing it, and then, it's not, his comedy is definitely not off the cuff. It's not something that he improvises or ad-libs. I'm pretty sure he sticks to a very specific kind of routine and is carried pretty much the same way throughout, which makes him as much of a talented actor as a comedian. But it wasn't the funniest bit that I've heard him do. It's interesting to see sort of an early George Carlin compared to his later years, because he was a lot more expressive back then. Not to say that he was better or that he was worse or whatever, or that he was too over the top or that it was corny or anything. You're corny! But it was just different, and I think a lot of people, it's interesting whenever you see comedians sort of change over time, it's like Dave Chappelle, he was very different throughout the years, and now he's way different than he was, back when he was on the Chappelle Show, which is not a bad thing. It's just different, and it's interesting, but they're still funny no matter what, that's the good thing about it, is that no matter how they change, they still have that talent, and they're still able to make you laugh. So, anyway, that was George Carlin. Words. 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 Between the lines of age. I'm gonna get blocked. Anyway. If there's any other comedy that you would like for me to react to, or music, or anything else, it could be stand-up, it could be, just sketches, or, I don't know, something. I don't know. Anything. Pop it below. If I have seen it, then I won't react to it. If I haven't seen it, then I will. That's just how this relationship works. So, thank you very much, and see you next time.